Welcome back to Yahtzee Tries, and you know, I kind of liked doing that packed lunch assessment thing last time, so I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to assess each of these games based on what I think is the first thing they would bring up at a speed date. Are we a baseball bat or a golf club man? I think this is a question of what our financial demographic is.
The Steam description. Oh no.
Oh God.
Was that the sound of both of us dying on the inside?
That was very much my reaction, yes. Starting with Sportal, a roguelite first-person arena shooter with the twist that we kill all the monsters with sports equipment, like we're Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles or something. So we go from small deathmatch arena to small deathmatch arena, acquiring baseball bats, golf clubs and lacrosse rackets to defeat a specific number of spawned-in zombies or other Halloween staples before being permitted to move on to the next. Wait, sport meets slaughter? But that would be Sporter. And this game's called Sportal. Oh, we're back here, are we?
Oh no. Oh no, back to your taxes.
Are you a naughty schoolboy?
I'm not a naughty schoolboy, although I do have several Dennis the Menace posters adorning my walls. What is happening here? That man
Speaking of
nuts.
Speaking of naughty, yes. This might throw you a bit. None of the above listed weapons can be used as melee attacks, which seems dumb. You just use them to fire their associated balls at the enemy with a slightly sticky, delayed ranged attack, and then can't use them at all if you have no balls left. I don't know, guys. If there's 3 zombies coming up in my grill, and I'm holding a baseball bat, I feel there's a possible connection here you might have overlooked.
This looks like a zoning map for like a neighborhood.
Well, don't you always come when you see a football? Frisbee damage, bowling damage, hockey damage, lacrosse damage.
Oh
lacrosse? Oh, that man just told me a joke.
It's crazy he was able to tell a joke because he doesn't even have a humorist anymore.
No, man. Why weren't you in this game?
I have sports-induced asthma, so it wouldn't work well.
Sportal is trying to be a cathartic, mindless, serious Sam-style wacky fun shooter, but just doesn't get there. There's no sense that I'm mowing down the enemies. I spend most of my time running away in a circle, occasionally turning back to fire a slow projectile at pursuers. I got an achievement for killing 100 enemies, and the achievement was called Enemy Killer. I'll just let everyone stew on that fact. Well, I didn't think this game was Polish until now.
Wojciech!
Right, where are we? Oh, I can't be arsed. Between the awkwardness of the weapons, the shortness of the arena fights, and a between missions upgrade menu that's about as intriguing and attractive as a Microsoft Access presentation being looked at through a cheese grater, Sportal doesn't have the sense of flow that I want, and it's not much to look at either. I put up with it because it was promising an upcoming boss fight, and that ended up just being walking in circles firing slow projectiles at a larger bloke. Okay, we have a frisbee.
I like that the frisbee has the Dreamcast logo on it.
You can't just say all spirals are the Dreamcast logo.
Red spirals in a video game with sort of chunky graphics, I'm gonna say is a Dreamcast.
Junji Ito did not write a horror series in which a town was taken over by Dreamcasts. What's the first thing they bring up at a speed date? Sports, obviously, but in a way that makes you think they don't actually know much about it. Hey, do you like sports? How about that local sports team? Etc. Our next game is Thank You for Your Application, and oh fucking Christ, has it finally happened? A game that knocks off Papers, Please and actually knows how Papers, Please worked? Oh, thank choirs of angels, it's got a time limit, keeping the pressure on and forcing us to choose between careful analysis and getting through as many applications as possible in the shift. And it's got the regular rent payments you have to make and the secondary tasks you can do to support the rebellion while running the risk of destroying your own life. It's got it all. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Oh god, there's law. I ain't got time for law. I got people to interview. Must make correct decisions. I'm interviewing smug little fascist anime boys. You get to piss off as well. Nah. Oh no, I gotta pay my rent and I haven't got the money. Yes, I know how email inboxes work. I have used computers. In fact, actually, it's pretty much a one-to-one knockoff of Papers, Please, except with anime characters, and you're interviewing for jobs rather than manning the border, and it's more of a dystopian cyberpunk setting than a dystopian communist one. So hey, if you've been missing Papers, Please, here's some more of it. I guess that's nice? It's a forum, or rather, a lorem.
A lorem!
Look out of the window. Oh my goodness, it is grim. It is grim and dystopian. Or it could just be nighttime. You didn't tell me there'd be name discrepancies as well. What is this?
No.
Papers, Please or something? Bye. Don't let the door hit you on the very skinny ass. That said, thank you for your application has a few extra features, an apartment you can hang out in and refurbish, a mental breakdown mechanic, but with that also feels a lot less tight. The main game screen feels a bit messier, perhaps a few too many buttons to press. Maybe that's the point, it's about bureaucratic dysfunction. Whatever the case, I wouldn't say it out papers please, papers please. But it's a nice enough attempt. What graduation certificate? Why don't you go look for one in this bin, where all the shitheads go? Can you handle the role of being in the bin? That's the question.
No.
Wait, I want to look out of the window. Yep, still there.
Do the job well. I don't like this. This guy's smug.
Well, I have to follow the rules.
In the bin.
Well, I don't believe I've done anything naughty. What would it bring up at a speed date? It would immediately supply an immaculately printed resume and cover letter detailing all their positive dateable qualities, and then you would notice they nicked it off of a dude sitting one table over. Our next game was About Fishing, a game about fishing that caused a bit of a stir in Steam Next Fest for its unique tone and gameplay, and that's the kind of shit we like to see. Here's a real tasty worm. No, it was not a tasty worm. About Fishing comes to us from the creators of Arctic Eggs and brings along the faux 32-bit graphics and the weird dreamlike atmosphere full of bizarre conversations with weirdos. We play a girl in a yellow raincoat who's like the protagonist of Little Nightmares grew up and decided to non-committedly get into angling. With a fish. After we eventually deduce the controls for catching fish in the introduction, we are instructed by our weirdo dad in the art of possessing an already caught fish and using it to explore the mysterious watery depths. At which point we stumble upon the corpse of a weirdo and are embroiled in a Twin Peaks-style murder mystery lurking at the heart of a town full of weirdos. It's certainly intriguing. Just like with Arctic Eggs, the developers are using to full effect that unique quality of faux PS1 visuals to make a game feel surreal and unsettling. It reminds me of Deadly Premonition somewhat as well, but all centred around a single fishing minigame. A not particularly mould-breaking fishing minigame. You cast a hook, you make sure the hook's next to a fish, you wait for the fish to stop giving it the fake-out teasy bites, and you slam the reel in button when they grab it properly. Nothing new there. What is interesting is that we can employ the casting and hooking controls anywhere at any time, not just in water, in order to interact with objects in the environment, solve puzzles, and annoy people. Hey.
Stop staring.
Hey, psst. Hey. You want to buy some heroin? It's an interesting approach to core gameplay, set in exactly the kind of surreal, blackly comedic, creepy without being outright horror environment that appeals to me. I was insisting on using the controller because I'm stubborn like that, and the controls are pretty wonky overall, if you're not on mouse and keyboard, which takes off a couple of points, but it doesn't stop me wanting to give it a proper look when I get the chance. And the thing it would bring up at a speed date will be the weird relationship they had with their dad, that they refuse to go into detail on when asked, until they eventually go into a sulk after you refuse to let them have some of your curly fries. I want a curly fry.
Unfortunately, you can't fish curly fries.
No. Our final game is Moonlight Peaks, a title which you might have already noticed follows the same celestial body natural phenomenon geographical feature format as the title Stardew Valley, and that is a comparison that is by no means setting you astray.
The guy's a vampire.
I think everyone is.
Oh, okay.
I think this is just Stardew Valley for edgy teens.
And we know that edgy teens love chibi.
Well, okay, Stardew Valley for edgy 11-year-olds. Yes, it's another attempt to ape the emperor of cozy homesteading games, with just about all that entails. You have a farm, you have a field, you have the tools to chop down trees, gather wood and stone, plant seeds, water them, and grow them over the course of a real-time day-night cycle. Oh, there we go. There's a cock crow. I better go inside. Wait, would I actually catch fire in the daylight?
1 hour later.
Oh, weak. I wanted blood. There's also an attached town where can be found shops, restaurants and general meeting areas, as well as a selection of cute bachelors and bachelorettes for you to befriend and romance over time by the traditional method of stalking them every day and throwing fresh-made produce at their face. Frankly, it's even more blatantly Stardew-like than these things usually are, except the fishing minigame and the digging up weird glowing treasures thing, which are merely blatantly Animal Crossing-like.
Whenever I play Stardew, I just don't engage with any of the NPCs and I just fish.
But how could you be comfortable fishing knowing that everyone in town thinks you're a weirdo?
Who gives a fuck? I'm the weird fishing boy.
The unique selling point is that you're a vampire, and everyone else in town is also a vampire or some other standard Halloween staple. So you operate during the hours of darkness rather than daylight, and everything's tinted purple. But at least in the hour of it that I played, the fact that we're a vampire doesn't seem to have anything but a cosmetic effect. We never, for example, feast upon the blood of virgin mortals. We just grow crops with blood in the name, like blood grapes and blood oranges, and I wouldn't have thought our vampire biology would be so easily fooled.
Can you farm blood oranges? That is the obvious pick. We already got blood grapes and onions, a good pairing.
I don't wish to harp, but I don't think our vampire biology will be satisfied with grapes just because they happen to be called blood grapes. So it's all a bit Halloween episode of Chippendale Rescue Rangers, but my real criticism is that it's just all so bloody obvious. Oh, there's a vampire called Elvira, and oh, there's a witch named Sabrina, and all the beds are coffins. It's visually polished to the point of being uninteresting to look at, all rough edges sanded down, like an Edward Cullen Funko Pop. Can I just steal this house? Yeah, I'm sitting on it, I live here now. So it didn't find a vein, I'm afraid, and the first thing they do at a speed date is apologise for their goth makeup and the fishnet stockings on their arms, but they refuse to hide their real self just to avoid offending all the boring normal people. And then it turns out their only exposure to gothic media is reading crossover fanfiction about the cast of Twilight meeting One Direction. Look what this character's named.
What the hell? You're in this video game. It looks nothing like you.
This video is brought to you by PlayTracker, the app that tracks your cross-platform game library, achievements, stats, friend activity, and more. Lately, I've been pondering some of life's most difficult questions. Am I the person I want to be? What happens to our consciousness after we die? Do spiders have lungs? Just how much of my existence has been spent replaying From Software games? Luckily, PlayTracker is here to help us answer at least one of those questions, earn some free games, and potentially win $250. Step 1. Join Second Wind's PlayTracker Guild at the link below. Step 2. Play games recommended by the Second Wind staff to earn points. Step 3. Use those points to redeem a free game. Step 4. Profit. Like spiritually and monetarily. At the end of August, the person who has earned the most points will receive a $250 gift card to the game platform of their choice. Unite your gaming multiverse and be rewarded for it with PlayTracker today.
Hey, you're not a salt and pepper hot dad. You're a salt and pepper twink. I mean, a non-salt and pepper twink.
I'm not sure you know the definition of twink.
Well, he's got twinky eyes. He's one of those twinks who grows a beard to hide the
Yeah,
fact
but
that
he
they're
also has
a
a
twink.
massive beard.
You probably have a lot of sympathy for twinks who grow beards.
I'm not a twink. I'm extremely hairy.
Yeah.
Twink means commonly hairless.
Look, you can't grow hair over a classic twink body structure. There's no affecting that.
Frog says twink is a body type, is a type, not body hair. Let me got the definition of twink. Twink is a slang term originating in the LGBTQ plus community to describe a young, slim, and hairless gay or bisexual man.
Well, they're completely bald, are they?
No, like body hair, not head hair.
I think it's possible to have hair and still embody the spirit of hairlessness.
Yes.